Yo, it's your boy, Chuck D, aka the Practical Toker. I got some information from the activist training seminar that I went to the other day pertaining to the Show Me Cannabis Regulation initiative that we're working on over on the Missouri side to effectively legalize cannabis in the Show Me state. So we're going to go over a few things real quick. Hope my camera don't cut out, and if it does, this will be a two-part video, so if that's what happens, that's what happens. Anyway, we're going to start with some canvassing tips for volunteers, just some little bits and pieces that will help make your argument more effective with the common man. We've got focus on the failure of cannabis prohibition, not on the miraculous nature of the cannabis plant. You see, we need to get across the dollar and cents and to the common people the waste that is prohibition, the fact it doesn't work. We know how awesome marijuana is. They'll know it eventually, but now is not the time and place to have that conversation. First, we need to get them to realize that prohibition doesn't work. So then we've got do not profile. Encourage yourself to talk to people you normally wouldn't talk to. You'll be amazed at the variety of people you meet. This is one I know firsthand, doing the normal stuff. You'll find old people, business people, mothers. A lot of people support this issue. So don't just go for the guy with dreads or the old hippie dude, or the guy with the pot leaf t-shirt. I mean, go for them too, but don't only go for them. Cops shouldn't profile, neither should you. Alright, don't be discouraged. Many people want to sign the petition, but some will choose not to. Some people are paranoid. Some people don't want to attach their name to anything. Some people don't agree with us. That simple. Collect signatures from your friends and family. Encourage them to volunteer and donate online. That's a big one. This is a grassroots movement, so we're the core. We need to grow our roots, and get bigger, and we do that by talking to our friends and family and getting them to sponsor our cause through financial donations, their time, their money, bringing this activity to their circle of friends and stuff. So bring it up with your friends and family. Then you find public high traffic areas, sidewalks outside grocery stores, libraries, post offices, and courthouses, at public parks, at events, and other gatherings. That's pretty much a no-brainer. You want to get as many signatures as you can in a small area. You go where something's happening. Before collecting on private property, though, obtain permission. If given permission, respect requests from where to stand and whether or not signs are allowed. Basically, it breaks down to respect. If they're going to be cool enough to let you stand there and gather petitions, do anything they say to, don't impede their business. Be yourself. Be polite. Smile. Thank people for signing and thank people for considering if they don't sign. That's a big one. You're the face of our movement, so we don't want people who disagree with us to think we're all, closed-minded, bigots, I guess, toward sober people. So be polite, be personable. That's how we're going to get people to sign it. Don't argue with people. Center on the people that we're going to get. Don't try to change their minds at this point. And then when you're done collecting signatures, follow the instructions, which I'm not going to read, for turning them in. So you should go be a volunteer and help out. So that's canvassing tips for volunteers. We're also going to go over the do's and don'ts for volunteers. The do's: relay accurate information, make your arguments brief, be courteous, punctual, and patient. Make yourself a resource, i.e. read and do research. Choose 2 or 3 main talking points and stick to them. Use time wisely, listen, and share information. The don'ts: lie or exaggerate, waste time, be a know-it-all, make promises you can't deliver, be argumentative, burn bridges, or engage in party politics. Those should all be pretty self-explanatory. So we're also going to go over real quick 5 reasons you can use to tell people or help convince them to sign the Show Me Cannabis Regulation petition. Ending cannabis prohibition will make our society safer. Cannabis prohibition is a failed policy like alcohol prohibition was a failed policy. Prohibition does not reduce use, but instead funnels enormous profits to criminal gangs and corrupt government employees while misdirecting law enforcement away from violent offenders. Another reason: law does not currently protect sick and dying medical cannabis patients. Shortcomings in the current law result in innocent people being arrested, prosecuted, jailed, and stripped of their property through asset forfeiture laws. This happens even in states which have medical cannabis laws, because overall prohibition remains in place. Next one. The United States currently spends nearly $300 million per year on agricultural hemp, largely in China. Hemp is used worldwide to make paper, clothing, rope, food, construction materials, and biofuel. Before Prohibition, Missouri and Kentucky led the country in agricultural hemp production. And, here we go. Next one. Sorry, this is all out of order. The state of Missouri stands to make hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue and cost savings. Harvard economist Jeffrey Myron, I don't know. Estimated in 2010 that the United States can make $20 billion annually if we were to tax and regulate cannabis like alcohol. And I apologize to Jeffrey, whose last name I'm probably butchering. Next and final reason, signing gives the public a chance to vote. Taxing and regulating cannabis in a manner similar to alcohol is a popular issue that nearly 50% of Americans support. Voters in California, Colorado, Massachusetts, Oregon, and Washington will all be voting on similar measures. Your signature doesn't endorse cannabis use. It will only help the petition get on the 2012 ballot so the public can decide on this nonpartisan issue. And, you know, that's very much the truth of it. Just because you sign this petition and tell people, it doesn't say that you endorse cannabis use. You just feel that this is a policy that we need to look at and let the people decide, because the politicians are dragging their feet. Anyway, this is the Practical Toker. We'll have more on the Show Me Cannabis Regulation initiative in the future. Keep logging in, dude. I certainly appreciate it. Alright? Practical Toker. www.practicaltoker.com. Just PT. Legalize it, yo. I'm out. Peace.